Welcome into the PFF 50, brought to you by thru. We know you love football, and at PFF, we deliver insights you won't get anywhere else. And if you love beer, you need to check out thru. They deliver the world's best and hardest to find craft beers right to your doorstep. You choose how much, how often, and what style. So just go to thru.com and get $10 in beer money after spending $25 when you enter the promo code PFF50. All right, Sam, we're continuing our list. It's 21 through 30 in the PFF 50. Let's remind everybody what exactly we're counting down to. What is the PFF 50?
Simply put, the best players in the NFL heading into the 2019 season. We're not focusing on last year. We're looking forward. These are the best players in the NFL, regardless of position, regardless of how much they played a year ago. This is who we think are the best guys.
So we're looking forward to 2019. Let's get into it. Number 30, it's Hayward of the Los Angeles Chargers, and this is the key here, right? The PFF grade of 75.9 was a little bit down from where he was in 2017, but that's why we said we're looking forward. We're projecting he has a full career of success, and if you just look at 2017, the number one graded corner, 91.1, 16 pass breakups, 58 passer rating into his coverage. Last year wasn't as good, but the two-year sample overall, this is still a good grade, and the two-year sample for Hayward is excellent. One of the best outside corners, great at playing off coverage, zone coverage, and a really good fit for the Chargers scheme. So Hayward comes in at number 30.
Yeah, so my first player is another guy who, bit of a question mark last year as well for a different reason. Hayward just had a down year. Travis Frederick had an illness that kept him off the field entirely in 2018. So we're going back to 2017 for his PFF grade of 86.2 there. But Frederick on the field, healthy, is the best center in all of football. I think he's been consistently at that kind of level. You look at his career grades, never under 85 at all, at any year. So that's right up there at the very good, the elite levels of the PFF grading system. And that's his baseline. That's where he lives. Hugely important for the Dallas Cowboys offense, both from a run standpoint and from a pass blocking standpoint. Hasn't given up a sack at all since 2014, which admittedly for a center is easier than it is for other positions, but still a pretty notable statistic. So a healthy Travis Frederick up there at 29 heading into this season.
All right, at number 28, it's Travis Kelce, tight end from the Kansas City Chiefs, 88.5 grade last season. Most importantly, a 91 receiving grade. And over the last 2 years, he is the top graded tight end now. Rob Gronkowski had a down year last year. He is retired. And I think it's safe to say Travis Kelce is the best tight end, the sample size that we've seen, best tight end in the NFL moving forward. He'll be challenged a little bit by a few guys, but Kelce's ability to line up out wide or in the slot or in line, create those mismatches for the Chiefs offense has been fantastic. And he's improved a little bit as a run blocker. He's reasonable enough there, but he's obviously making his money as a receiver, and he truly is another full, just big receiver on the field, a mismatch weapon that defenses have to account for.
Number 27, we've got Kawann Short, and he's another one of these players that kind of gets overlooked because of just how stupid good Aaron Donald is. Aaron Donald ruins the landscape for all these just generally very good defensive interior players like Kawann Short. But if you look at the numbers over the last 4 seasons, Kawann Short is the number 4 grade amongst all interior players. And when you've got an Aaron Donald taking up that number 1 spot, you've got a Fletcher Cox dominating the way he is, a guy like Kawann Short kind of gets ignored and overlooked, but he is a force in the middle for the Carolina Panthers. They're now moving to this slightly different scheme, more of a 3-4 look, so we're going to see him in a slightly different role, but hugely confident that this PFF grade, 83.7 last year, can translate straight over and see him as the disruptive force that he is, regardless of scheme.
Another maybe underappreciated defensive lineman, Calais Campbell of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're talking about a guy right now with 3 straight years of 90-plus grades, one of which came in Arizona, playing a little bit of a different role, playing on the interior, and then the Jaguars moved him more to the outside, more of an edge defender type of role, where last year he had by far the number 1 run defense grade among edge defenders at 93.8, but still had 53 pressures. So we're talking about guys that are making these lists. They better be all-around players. That is Calais Campbell. So he can win on the interior, he can win on the edge, he can win in the run game as a pass rusher. Calais Campbell deserves the love here at number 26.
Number 25, about to hit the top half of this list, we got Andrew Luck. And last season, I think, was a huge year for Andrew Luck. One, it was the best PFF grade of his career, up again above 90. That's the blue chip elite levels of the PFF grading system. But also it was the first year where the offense actually started to play to his strengths. It's let's give him a series of quick dropbacks. Let's scheme some passes open instead of just letting him drop back deep and Andrew Luck find a way to make a play happen, which had been the game plan for the rest of his career. This season, we got to see what happened when Andrew Luck was married with a system that was trying to help him out, not just relying on his skill set. And we saw a quarterback that was right up there with the very best in the NFL. I would anticipate that continuing in 2019 in Frank Reich's system. I think we'll see another elite grade from Andrew Luck.
Yeah, a year ago at this time, we had no idea if he was even, ready to throw, even throw a football. Coming in at number 24, you mentioned Travis Frederick as the best center in the NFL. While Frederick was hurt, it's been Jason Kelce, so I get both Kelces here. Jason Kelce's emergence as the best run-blocking center, right up there with Frederick, has just been fantastic. 94 grade in that department last year, and he does it in just a great way. I mean, he runs like a linebacker, and they'll pull him out into space, and he makes those zone blocks as well as anybody in the NFL, and he's continued to just be solid across the board in pass protection. But yeah, over the last 2 years, 93.5 grade. That's 5 points higher than the next closest center. So having Frederick out last year certainly helped solidify Jason Kelce being the number one center on the list right now, heading into 19.
Don't forget elite grades for Kelce, both in post-Super Bowl game speech and outfit. So that's got to bump him up the list.
Yeah, that factors in here.
Right. Number 23, we've got Chris Harris Jr., the best slot defender in the NFL, I think. We talked about this in another video you can find on this YouTube channel. Harris has been absolutely phenomenal at every aspect of defending the slot. Since we've been grading, there have been 10 seasons of cornerback grades above 90 in coverage. Harris has 3 of them for his work in the slot. So he's been excellent at defending the run, excellent in coverage, excellent on the outside or inside defending the slot. He's just been excellent.
He has.
Period.
That's a good ranking, man. That's why. All right, let's go to number 22. Speaking of excellent, it's Antonio Brown, a little bit lower than we're used to seeing him. He's usually
Chris Harris' kryptonite.
It is his kryptonite. What do you give up,
Touchdowns
over after touchdown one-on-one with him a few years ago. But it'll be interesting to see Antonio Brown with the Oakland Raiders. He had such a great connection with Big Ben, but that connection was not great last year. It was the worst season that they've had, but he still had almost 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns, only 1 drop. So when you add all that up, Antonio Brown has just been excellent throughout his career. 6 years, over 88 as a grade. So we'll see how he does with that Derek Carr connection, but he can win all over the field. He can make the tight window contested catches. He can get open, create after the catch. Antonio Brown still has plenty left in the tank.
Number 21, we've got Minnesota Vikings safety Harrison Smith, and another player with a bit of a down year a season ago. But if you extend the sample size, you go to a few seasons, Harrison Smith is arguably the best safety in all of football, and he's great at every single area. He's got elite grades, 90-plus grades in all 4 facets of what we measure from safety, whether it's coverage, run defense, rushing the passer, on the blitz in Mike Zimmer's defense there in Minnesota. He's an absolutely phenomenal force. And this is now 4 appearances on PFF's Top 101. I think we'll make 5 after the 2019 season.
Yeah, he is truly a do-it-all safety. So there we go. That's 21 through 30. We're counting down the PFF 50, the best players in the NFL. Stick with us as we continue that countdown. It's the PFF 50, all brought to you by thru.